Hi guys, what's up? It's Alex here. Today we are here to talk about some interesting news that has been circling the F1 news scene over the last few days, and that's the fact that Imola is looking to try and be back on the F1 calendar at some point in the near future. For anyone that hasn't really watched Formula 1, they've only watched Formula 1 for like 5 or 6 years, you might not even know that Imola was actually used as a Formula 1 track, but it was last used in Formula 1 as the San Marino Grand Prix back in 2006, and it was I think last used in the Italian Grand Prix. They have different names for them, San Marino Grand Prix and Italian Grand Prix. Last time it was used as the Italian Grand Prix was the 1980, I think, Grand Prix. So that's a long time ago, obviously, to be holding Grand Prix. 10 years, obviously, since they last had a race there in Formula 1 cars, modern day Formula 1 cars, and at the moment its flagship event is just World Superbikes, which is not a massive event. I mean, I'm sure for a lot of motorcycle fans it is a massive event, but in the grand scheme of things there are a lot bigger events out there that could be hosted around Imola, and maybe if they can draw F1 back to the circuit, it can really up the revenue and obviously up the interest of other series that want to be racing around there as well. I think World Touring cars used to go around there as well, but they've since stopped that. So yeah, what do you guys think? Are you for or against the Imola Grand Prix? Is it going to be called, or is it going to be called the Italian Grand Prix or the San Marino Grand Prix? I'm not exactly too sure what they're expecting here, because I would be absolutely gutted if they took Monza off the calendar, but I think there always has been slight concern around Monza, from like funding issues and all that sort of stuff, so that's probably circling around a little bit, and maybe the organisers of Formula 1 want to just have a solid Italian Grand Prix, like a licence for the next 5 years. There's going to definitely be an Italian Grand Prix at this circuit, but I'd be absolutely devastated if they had lost the Italian Grand Prix as Monza. I mean, I don't really mind. I mean, if they called it something else, I mean, if they had the San Marino Grand Prix as the Imola track, I wouldn't mind whatsoever, and obviously keeping with the Italian Grand Prix at Monza, that would be great in my opinion. It adds another track to the calendar. Obviously we need to be wary, we don't want to do too many Grand Prix, it will obviously exhaust staff and exhaust the drivers. Obviously we want to make sure we have great racing, not just exhausted drivers which are losing. I don't know if this really happens, but if there's a lot of Grand Prix, I'm sure people lose sleep over being nervous about making sure everything is prepared for the next Grand Prix. So yeah, I don't want there to be too many Grand Prix on the calendar, but it would be great to have Imola back on the Formula 1 calendar. Obviously it's been 10 years since it last raced in 2006 under the San Marino banner. But at the same time, I really don't want to lose Monza as a circuit on the calendar. In my opinion, Monza's always had, I don't know whether it's just sort of selfish reasons maybe, because I was obviously supported Adrian Sutil, and his best ever result was around Monza, and I've had a lot of other really interesting races, at least for me, around Monza, so I'd be gutted if that was taken off the calendar, because it has a lot of history in my mind. My head, I don't know. There's a lot of history for me, basically, is what I'm trying to say here. Lots of great races I remember around Italy, and I don't want to lose that off the calendar, and obviously I'd be gutted. But San Marino, the Italian, this is so confusing. Imola is also a great track, and it also will provide decent racing, but I'm not sure whether it's 100% for the modern day Formula 1 car, but I'd definitely like to see some testing there. I think they've done a few sort of Pirelli car tests around there. I could be wrong, but I think they've done a couple of Pirelli car tests around Imola in sort of 2009, 2010 machinery. So well, maybe, I'll go and have a look at some footage afterwards, but I'm pretty sure there has been some sort of tests in modern day Formula 1 cars, and I think they do host like a classic Formula 1 car event each year around there. I think it's called like the Grand Prix Masters series or something, where they race loads of classic F1 cars against each other. But I don't know, I definitely think that the money's there. It'll be a great addition to the calendar, but I just I don't want to take it away from the Italian Grand Prix as the Monza race as well. I don't want that taken off the calendar, but nonetheless, if the money's there and they want to be on the calendar, and obviously Bernie Eccleston and whatever is happy with the money they're putting forward for it, I think we'll probably see it on the calendar in the next couple of years, because it does have a lot of history in Formula 1. Obviously we remember a lot of races around there, so I definitely feel it would be a great addition to the calendar. It does mean another race in Europe, another race at a classic track. It's not another Tilkedrome, I'm sure some people call them, and I probably would as well at some point. Some of the Tilke designs tracks are pretty rubbish. much, and that's just, you know, personal opinion. Some of them don't provide great racing whatsoever, and even though Imola, it'll be definitely a track that has hard opportunities to overtake, I should say. I mean, I'm sure it's going to be tough to overtake around there, but still, I think it would provide a great Grand Prix for us here. A bit of nostalgia, something that some of the younger viewers in Formula 1 would have never seen, a race around Imola. It'd be great to have it back on the calendar. But that is it for my video, guys. Thank you for watching. Leave your comments down below. Do you think Imola will come back? Would you like to see Imola back? And do you think it would replace Monza or come back as a different Grand Prix? Let me know in the comment section down below. It's been Axe, and I'm out of here. Goodbye.